Think about me. Think what I've gone through. Reid Schaefer's dead.
Hit the intro. It's not faded.
Welcome to a new episode of the Real Life Podcast, a member of the Nation Network of Podcasts.
I claim Reid Schaefer as my own.
Just that I love Daily Faceoff and everything about it, even their starting goalie tool.
Ooga!
It's a f***ing standard industry practice.
I love you.
I have daddy issues. We're playing this one more time because the Reid Schaefer thing's done.
Oh, why? Has something happened?
You're the first person we thought of when we were live reacting to the deal and saw it
That's
with
nice
Schaefer.
of you. People actually tweeted at me as though A, I've met Reid Schaefer, and B, he has a single game as an Oiler.
You're the only one that's ever talked to me about Reid Schaefer. You're the only one that's ever said his name in my presence. So, of course, we're going to think about you.
Apparently, it was a hot commodity, though, according to Frank Saravalli.
Listen to the sadness. A, he's gone.
Yep.
B, he's rattled. People DM'd us. He's rattled. Like, wanted to be an Oiler so bad. His mom got tagged in the comments of our shit and put an orange heart, which was adorable. And he looked at all the dumb shit we posted and then unfollowed us. This is a teenage breakup, Chalmers. I have gone through a motherfucking situation. I am broken up.
I want to know what's on
He
his Spotify
unfollowed,
playlist.
though?
Yeah, man.
He's made a playlist for sure.
Kids these days.
He unfollowed
Nothing
us, Charles.
compares to you, both virgins, Sinead O'Connor and Prince.
Is the unfollow in the teenage world and the kid world, is that like the biggest of points?
That's the thing, man.
You know when celebrities unfollow each other, it's massive news.
That's the thing.
The scrub from the Instagram feed?
I'll never forget when Travis Scott unfriended one of the Jenners.
That would have been Kylie.
Brody.
Oh, Brody?
Yeah. It's a situation.
Yeah.
Boone.
Brody's the only one I like.
Boone Jenner? This is the worst. This is way worse than that. This was supposed to be the new Ryan Smith getting traded. People don't love coming
in
here.
10 years?
Yeah, I thought he was going to be that guy, for real. Young, had an amazing season after really not being that heralded. He was on an up. Now he's on an out.
Does it make you feel any better after watching last night's game?
Ekholm's just a beast.
He was
God, he's
so
a big
good, man.
boy.
The effect he has on not just what he does and has control, but like the effect he has on others.
He's a Norse god.
He came into town without even getting a practice.
Yep.
And he performed like that. I was just so pumped to see
Like
him.
the
He's
fourth most minutes
quiet.
at 5-on-5.
It just shows
Steady.
how bad our defense. Where finally we got like a good defenseman and kind of the effects that has.
He's the best D-man we've had since Pronger. And I don't think that's like an exaggeration at all.
So I was grasping at straws trying to figure out what the fuck happened. And then Bagwell texted you and said, "What is this?" And you texted back, "It is double Adam Larson." Do you stand behind that?
He's better at everything Adam Larson did, so yes.
Because Adam Larson, as we all recall, got a bum rap being traded 1-for-1 because we actually really needed a D-man like Adam Larson for a long time.
He's Adam Larson that can pass the puck and skate better.
That's what I thought about him last night, too, is his first pass was really solid last night.
He's not like a puck mover, but like he also almost scored on his
He
first
jumped
shift.
off. Yeah, he jumped up in that rush in the
He
first
will,
shift.
like I said, he will get in the offensive mix.
Let's jump into this game last night because, like, I can't remember a time when I had as much kind of excitement going into a game because, number one, it's the Leafs. They're fourth in the East. It's a test against another East Coast
Most
team after
importantly,
Boston.
It's insanely annoying how half full of the building it is with Leafs.
Dude, and there's after McDavid scored the second goal, Toronto scored, the building was as loud as the first goal. And that was so fucking annoying to see. And you just look down and you see how many Maple Leafs fans, like, I get it, right? Like, I get it, but it's just crazy to me. It's the only thing I've ever seen like that in a hometown stadium. It's like going to Arizona and straight up in a Cardinals game and seeing like Philadelphia Eagles fans or Giants fans. It's barely a home game for the Oilers at that point. And it was loud, like sounded like McDavid scored.
I
the
love
ovation
nothing
happened.
more than game one after a trade. When the new guy walks out and you're like, oh.
But I don't know about
That's
you
what he
guys,
looks
but
like.
I wanted to
Oh.
beat fucking Maple Leafs so bad last night for so many reasons.
Fuck those
There's
idiots.
90% Leafs fans in the building.
Yeah, and getting our first glimpse at Ekholm and just getting to see how the boys were going to play. And I'm telling you, waking up this morning, I was wondering if my excitement level would have gone down a little bit, but it did not. Like, it was picture perfect. We had everything last night. We had one of the biggest loves of our team stepping up to fight.
Unbelievable.
For a
not only just
smaller
fight.
player. And not only
Beat the
just
guy
fight.
down.
Like almost deserved an instigator in the sense of he went
So
for it.
Tuned him up.
So I like to break down things and with body language and fights and stuff. a guy like Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, obviously not a fighter, but
He'll
when
chuck
guys,
him, though.
when
But
guys
not
like
afraid to fight.
when guys like him fight, you usually see the trepidation in their eyes. They try to cover. It's more about the show.
No, he wanted to
was
hurt this guy.
dialed in, man. He was head up, not trying to protect himself from a punch. He was. He wanted to fight.
He wanted to
so-
fight. He
and
wanted to fight
Coming
him.
from a guy like Nuge, that is so cool because you know how many guys go into those situations and just want to like. They want to show it. They just want to. I'm here for my teammate.
It's the
you know,
window dressing
and you pull your visor way down and you tuck your chin so you don't take a shot. His head was fully up and ready.
I think that might
Chucking
be
him.
because he doesn't know how to fight as well.
No,
That might be a part of it.
Oh, no. I
Beat the hell out of him,
disagree.
though. I love it.
I
Nuge
disagree.
knows how to fight.
Raging Nugent Hopkins
Is that his?
last night.
That's not his
Yeah.
first one. He fought 4
times.
He's fought 4 times.
Hamhuis, Hinestroza, which I had forgot about, Monahan, and now Hall.
What's funny is before that, I had been watching Hall play, and he made some really bad plays last night.
He's terrible.
He's terrible. Missing the puck along the boards on a straight just pickup. Like it just went right past him. Like he didn't know how to angle his stick on the board. Little things like that. I was shocked. So to see him get beat up
Leafs
was pretty
fans
nice.
hate him.
Do they?
Oh,
Is it really?
Oh,
It was interesting. So like I went on Hockey Fights Instagram last night because Dan posted the fight, of course.
Yeah.
Reading the comments, Leafs fans were just like, "Get rid of him now! Wave
What
Hole
an embarrassment.
tomorrow. So embarrassing." Nuge tuned him up.
And who do you think had the clever mindset to go straight to Wikipedia and change Hall's Wikipedia page?
He hates this. He thinks it wasn't funny for the last 10 years.
Oh, God, it's so funny.
It could have been more clever. Like what they actually wrote, one sentence. His father
the most
is.
played out bit on the internet. It's
No,
like,
it's not.
I don't
It's
agree.
not. It's not. It is
don't
funny.
agree.
You act as if it
Where's your
happens
sense of
every
humor,
day.
old man?
Hit that button. Hit that shit.
I need a boo button.
Come on.
lucky
okay, sorry.
Satan's
I
not
won't.
around.
I won't be a fun sponge. Yes, it's hilarious. I pissed my pants laughing. Keep going.
No, I get it. You're very highbrow. You're very professional. Yep. So
I just
you don't
think, like,
find stuff
What
like
is
that
your kind of
entertaining.
humor, your Chuck? What are you into?
I don't.
Slapstick.
I think that
About a guy who can't drink his piss or is trying to not drink his piss?
Now that's funny.
See,
he
so
is
what if-
recovering.
That guy gets it.
So Wanye on the
but
Oilers.
that's it. It's that or nothing.
Yeah, it's drinking piss or hockey stats. That's the only thing in his brain.
On the Oilers Nation feed, there was a close up of Hull's face during the fight, and then it backed out. And would it have been funnier to put the picture of him eating a punch from Nuge as the profile picture on Wikipedia than actually writing
That photo
something?
is fantastic, by the way.
His face
The what is?
all...
Of Nuge caving his
the
face in.
photo, yeah. Oh, it's good. What a game last night, man! I was on a high. Like that was it was like the play from Fogle to McLeod to Klim just was like the chef's kiss. It's cherry
Clem
on top.
Costin makes
that
an
was a
impact
great play.
every
Such a
time
good
he's on
play.
the
And
ice,
Clem
man.
Costin had
Great.
a nicer play immediately before that. Had he scored, that would have been like,
Yeah.
we've
Yeah.
been seeing that highlight forever.
Yeah.
The sheer speed as to which Connor scored that second goal is just something that these defensemen have got to be like, I don't know what we're supposed to do about this.
Exactly.
Can't do anything. with
It's
that.
so fast. I've said this before. I'm like, kids,
like
exaggerate every movement you make, even though you feel like you're out of control. Just exaggerate it. And Connor McDavid is like the exaggeration of hockey in the most control you can possibly have. There's times where people go to body him, and he like uses it as momentum. Like he almost becomes faster
Feeds
out of
off
it.
of it.
It's unbelievable, man. And where is the cup parade going to go?
Are you? Well, yeah.
Hey,
now
now
it's-
we're
Where?
talking.
What
Right
road?
past
Down
here.
River Valley Road. I've been saying
It
this
would
the
be
whole time.
shit.
Imagine all the
Such
people
an
lining
accident.
either
Yeah, that'd be
side.
pretty sick.
People up on the bridge too, while
Like
they
past
jumping?
like the Glenora, past like Victoria.
Yeah,
That would be sick.
That is the 100. And then you also take it down Groat Road where no one can see it, and it just disappears for a while.
That's when they can all. That's when they can all just party themselves for a bit, get primed up for the River Valley Road drive.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, I don't like this deal.
Oh yeah, we got a deal right
Nick
before we came on
Bjugstad
here.
for a third-round pick, Michael Kesselring.
What? He was an up and coming.
You do?
Why are we
He's
giving
having a
up
good
so much
season
for an
today.
absolute boob?
Okay, so Nate, say what it is. So, say the full trade because I do not know.
Why are
You
we giving?
obviously-
It's fucking Nick Bjugstad.
It's long Derek Ryan.
This is the Derek Brassard acquisition of last year. This guy is barely going to play in the playoffs.
So what's the deal?
If someone wants to give me even money, I will bet you Nick Bjugstad gets healthy scratched at some point in the playoff run.
Okay, what's the deal?
oh my god.
Bjugstad for a third and Kesselring.
Oh my god.
Are the Oilers pressed up on contracts or something?
Kesselring's this big donkey who plays for Toronto.
I was just gonna say I don't know who
Big
that
donkey.
is.
Kesselring has
Is he big?
potential, doesn't
Is
he?
he leading the team in scoring? No, he's not. I made that up. He's got some crazy team leading stat though.
He's like one of the highest scoring D-men in the
Yeah, that's
AHL.
what it is. That's what it is.
Why the hell
I'm
is
not
he
doing the rest of the pod.
Well,
All right.
Bjugstad. I don't even like. That's the thing is usually when a player like this comes over, you'd like to have like a moment in time where you played a team and you saw, like this guy was good.
and you're excited to see him walk out in the jersey. When I saw
Yeah,
Vander
kind of.
Kane in
I
that
don't even
jersey, I
know
was
this
like,
person.
This guy is a non-event.
I looked up his stats.
I'm not
I don't think
excited.
he scored over 25 points in a season. He hasn't played a full season. His most games are like
Last
in
year,
the
the
60s.
playoffs, the Minnesota Wild didn't even play him. They were like, "Oh
Go
man, you're not
get
that good."
Radich. This better mean they're not done because they're making it seem. Frank said 1 to 2
after
moves.
last night's game, what
night they
more
made it
do we
seem
need?
like- oh, jeez.
I'm just kidding. I knew Jay is salty even after a big win.
It's just why, and then
You know
Boston,
he loves Kesselring
and then
drummers.
Boston,
You know how he gets when his favorite gets traded.
and Boston gets Bertuzzi. So Boston goes and gets Bertuzzi, and we go get Bjugstad.
Who's
Okay.
been through the worst week, Jay? You with the Kesselring trade, or me with my husband Reid Schaefer being traded to Nashville?
Can you?
I'm fine to trade Kesselring. I don't give a shit. Actually, it's just why that shouldn't be deployed to
A
that
huge
trade.
defenseman in the A. I wouldn't be trading a guy like that. We need D. Look what we had to
Yeah,
just
but
give
he's
up.
still 1-2 years away. Like,
Can
3
I ask-
years, if
Mentored by
that.
you know who down there.
I got a question, and I don't know if anybody can answer this,
Keegan Lowe.
but when a
Keegan Lowe's
team,
still there?
Captain.
I don't even know what.
Are you sure about that?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Ever since COVID,
I'm pretty
everything's
sure
all
he's not
upside down.
there.
When there's a trade
Did he get his 100 games in the
that
league?
is a three-way trade, my question is: are all three GMs on the conference call, or is one GM in the middle of it talking to both sides?
I think
They loop him in, I think. By
Because
the
I
end, when
feel
they-
like a three-team trade is one of the most difficult things to pull off. I think
no,
about
you
There's
get
new
a
this.
deal
trades
in
now where they're
principle.
retaining salary and shit. It's
Yeah, you
interesting.
get a deal in principle with a team. You're like, okay, well, I need some of the salary team. So you call the third team saying, hey, will you rinse this guy through a little bit for me for this pick?
But when they do the trade call, like with the NHL, I think all three GMs are on the line, and the league
Yeah.
is like running through everything with them.
Yeah. I'm sure there's.
I saw a TikTok about this too.
Jay, do you know where Keegan Lowe is? Sweden. You know what he's doing? Resting for his second half. He'll be back
There's still
shortly. 100 games. You'll see.
What teams do you play for in Sweden?
Vaxo.
Oh,
Has this
Hey,
trade
don't
deadline?
we have a friend who plays
you'll
there?
be shocked to
Wasn't
know
it like
how that's
Joel
pronounced.
Persson or
I don't know
something?
how it's pronounced, but anytime you hear it, you're like, what?
Joel Pearson's still there.
VAXJO.
Isn't it
Yeah.
I don't know. Fucking
What was
ignore
that?
me. Ignore me.
Yeah, keep going.
But you're right.
Keep-
It's
no,
a
keep
weird
going.
pronunciation.
Let's
It's
follow
like
this.
Vayo or something.
Yeah, can you go on like, Google pronounce?
Yeah,
Yep. Google.pronounce.
Google says.
Google enunciate?
How's this trade deadline going for you so far? Like up to now, would you say it's been exciting?
Very. Jonathan Quick got traded twice.
Yeah, within a matter of what, hours or one day?
Blue Jackets legend.
Blue Jackets sending out a picture of him in a Blue Jackets uniform saying thanks. It was a quick time, but a good time.
That's gold.
Also, they traded him, but they were in Winnipeg. So, they traded him and told him while he was walking on the bus after the game. And I guess he was like, what? And they were like, yeah, you can still fly back with us, though. So he
I
went
probably
home on the
won't.
team plane because he was like, I'm not going to Columbus.
And did the Nashville Predators actually respond to
Yes.
a DM that the Oilers Nation crew put out to them?
Well, it was someone DM'd them, an Oilers fan, DM'd them saying, give us Ekholm and we'll give you $5. And then after the trade, went to the DM and said, pay up.
I would legit send them $5 because that's fucking great. I love when teams interact with people.
Long and they're
It's
nice.
so good.
Oh, you don't like it when they're super jerks to us?
Oh,
No.
Say it again? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
is.
like when you hear it, you're like, what?
No.
It sounds like somebody's choking.
Remember when Ufe was here? Peter Forsberg, like the G is not a G in Swedish. It's a Y.
Forsby?
Barry.
Oh,
Barry, they say?
I am almost
Are
positive.
you having a fevered dream?
This is what Ufe told me.
I don't know.
You have spent
So
a
how
lot
do you
more
pronounce-
time in the
like-
Scandinavian countries than I have, so I have to believe you.
That's true.
Yes, Sapuliuliarvi.
Did you see him
He
tell
really
him?
went for it in that
He did.
pronunciation exercise.
Yeah.
Did he play last night?
For the Oilers, yeah, I did.
No, for the
one last kick at the
when I
cap.
got home from the game, there was a Hurricanes Golden Knights game on. I had a few, so I sat down and kind of watched it. But
Watched
I
Yessie
didn't
score
see if he
too?
dressed. I was kind of doing other things. But was he
No,
dressed?
He did not play.
Oh, he didn't?
No.
I don't know where he fits in there. Like their forward group's kind of set. But
Third
anyways.
Black
line,
Ace.
I heard on the radio.
Their third line, they love that third line though. Anyways.
Like, Nick Bjugstad,
I
why?
just love-
Why?
There's got to be another forward coming
when I
down the
walked
pipe.
in
Oh
here,
my God.
when I walked in here today, and they said Nick Bjugstad. We just traded for Nick Bjugstad, and I walked in here and I looked at Chair's face. I knew that you didn't like it.
Everyone
but
has
just
to-
your posture, your look on your face, you were so unhappy.
Everyone has to let me grieve a bit, and then I'll be happy that he's an Oiler, and I'll support him because he's an Oiler. But right now, I'm processing.
grieving
like
for?
whose
Not
spot
me.
does he take?
You like tall Derek Ryan?
I'm grieving for the
I'm not gonna
person
get
we
on
didn't
board.
get.
I see.
Whose spot does he take?
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, the reality is the Oilers need some people that can shoot right because who knows what's going on with
Is he a
Yamo.
right shot? He is a right shot, isn't
Yeah, that's why I don't like
Radish.
Was Nuge fighting for Yamo last night? Like a statement to management, like we love Yamo, don't trade him, don't Tyson bury him.
No,
for
it's
us?
Yamel's condition's probably more serious, and Nuge knows that. So if you touch Yamel, you pay a price.
It wasn't like he didn't break any rules, but that's a grease ball hit by Hall.
I don't know. I thought that was a good hit.
Well, it is a clean hit.
It was a clean
And
hit,
if
clean fight. I
and
thought the whole thing was
that is a
perfect.
hit you do if you want to piss someone off.
I guess.
You
Just
want to
like-
try to get your fans on your side.
2/3 the size though. So like Yamo got dusted on it.
And from,
It's not
from
his
behind,
fault that that the guy's
Like, it was
bigger.
a blindside hit.
It was a blindside hit, and he wasn't the check. Like there was another defenseman on him. Like it's a rat hit, but it's legal. Like if we do that to someone, I'm happy.
Have you gone down a rabbit hole of watching like 80s Oilers highlights when shit gets rough?
No.
You should, because
Why?
dudes would be in straight jail these days
They
if
swing
they
sticks
played
at each other,
the way
man.
they. Mark Messier used to knock people out with elbows, and there wouldn't even be so much as a fight
And
after.
the stick
I remember-
swinging fight was like a matter of course. It happened all the
There
time.
was a clip that was sent to our group chat today of Mark Messier fighting a Leafs player and another Leafs player coming in to fight him as well. And Messier had to basically like fight these two guys until Grant Fuhr jumped in. It was a different time, and it
Was
was
it
Everyone had a
like-
lit cigarette.
when I think it was Mark Messier that knocked out Mike Modano, and then he got dropped off the stretcher, and that's just like everybody's like, ha ha, you have brain damage.
like that's funny.
Like that's like a scene from like a WWE like
Yeah.
exit.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, because they dropped him in the hallway.
Have you ever seen the soccer one where they drop the guy like 4 or 5 times? Like the one guy
he just gets
should
up and
not
walks
be carrying a stretcher. He has no business. It looks like he's hammered, and he just keeps dropping
I've
his
seen
side,
the one where-
which forces the other guy to drop.
The guy was turned around to pick it up like from behind him, and then he fell backwards and sat on the guy's face.
God.
That would be a
those are
great
good.
show. Best sports medic fails.
I'd watch that.
Just pulling people off the field and failing. I could watch that.
Yeah.
At what point in you, because like, come on, soccer players, when you're getting taken off in the stretcher, it's probably about 50-50 as to whether or not they actually
That's
need it.
generous.
It's
Maybe
99.
99. I
a little
wanted to
squirt of
be.
water and you're back in the game.
Just that spray.
The guy's like, I am sick of being dropped, and just gets up and walks off.
Did you see the other night when Hyman got hurt and they crunched the knee that had surgery and he's sitting on the bench? And then the trainer gave him all those pills, like when Lisa goes to Krusty Land. Remember? It's a small world
I didn't
after
see
all.
that.
And he gave him like a handful of pills, and Zach Hyman's like, on the bench.
I did not see that.
I did not.
Advil.
Of course.
Can I tell you
Baby
something
Advil.
I'm chawing out on?
Oh. Whoa.
What?
I got a couple, but this look at me, Louie trainer for the Toronto Maple Leafs who puts his fingers on the sticks. That went viral, and everybody was like, this guy's so cool.
Yeah, he gets it.
I watched him for some of the game. Enough already. Enough. For the
He
one
probably backs into his parking
For the
stalls.
one, oh, get out of here. No, he probably doesn't know how to. Just on which fingers on which stick. This guy is like the vigor at which he does his job, which in my opinion is meaningless for probably 81 games of the season. And in that 81st game for 10 seconds,
That
he
one
might
time he
actually
hands the guy
hand
his
a guy a
But
stick.
does he actually get it out to the player faster
Exactly.
than the other guy.
Like,
the player
talk-
still has to come to the bench.
That's kind of always
That's
been my
only
point.
if the stick gets broken right in front. You can be like, yoink.
I'm the one that says you got to put some pride on your job, but there is a point where you're just doing too much. You're doing too much. You look like an idiot. He's flailing his arms all over, trying to move so fast. Like,
It's like
I'm
the guys
calm
that
out on
clean
that
the
guy.
court
I
in
don't care if he
NBA.
goes viral again. Wake me up when he gets an assist on a goal because he gives a guy a stick. That player then gets the puck and scores.
There's guys in the NBA who clean the courts that emphatically too. They come like running out with towels. It's mish, 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 and then they go running off. And it is too much. You don't need to be like that. Bring a goddamn mop. Let's do this on the reggie.
If that was my job, I always wanted to be one of those the tennis ball kids.
Oh,
That
yep.
is a job, though.
I could do that.
Have you
Some of
seen
those
the
little
clip where
shits
the
are too
guy
extra
gives
too,
him
though.
the kid goes and gives the guy that's about to serve two balls and then runs back behind him and toe picks about 4 feet
Falls
from
into the
the
wall?
fence
Yeah.
and
But
smashes.
recovers before the tennis player can see him.
Yeah, and then but the sound is so loud that the guy that's about to serve turns around and the dude's already standing there like this.
Bleeding.
It was I could watch that clip over and over again.
Same
It's
with
so
the ones
good.
too, where there was the kid sitting there at the net, just kind of crouched ready to go, and then takes a serve right off the melon.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
But that's a job you can be proud of.
Yeah, but it could also be one where you toe pick and that could be embarrassing.
Cam Dineen also comes to Edmonton. Tyler.
Yes, he has played.
Son of Kevin?
Probably.
Father of Kevin?
He's played 50 games in the American League, has 4 goals and 31 assists. He's
Ooh,
played 37
set man.
Is he a
NHL games
defenseman?
before. He's a defenseman. Not related to Kevin Dineen. His brother Ryan Dineen, though,
Is related to Kevin Dineen?
no, according to Elite Prospects, he has a brother named
There's
Ryan.
that sense of humor I knew would come back.
He's over the trade.
Yeah, I think he's over the
He
trade.
hasn't played hockey in 4 years. So
Told you,
there
just have to grieve.
Who hasn't played hockey in 4
Totally
years?
fine that
guy
Josh
who's just
Barry's
Cam
gone now,
Dineen's
too.
brother,
Oh,
Ryan.
Ryan Dineen, yeah.
So
Okay, does that make it better? Does that make it better?
I'm going to give you a little hint. None of these trades matter for shit.
It's all about what's going to happen tomorrow?
What's happening tomorrow?
I
Do
don't
you
know.
think? What else do you think's coming, Tyler?
well, just
Radish.
Also, by the way, did we not hit? We have now hit the Oilers Nation Radio over on Oilers
Three
trade.
deals. I think they might add another forward, but the tough part, I guess,
LTIR Yamo. Let's go.
Drager says he's playing tomorrow potentially. So.
Hey, damn, well, whatever. You know these insiders.
But the Oilers, since they brought in a guy with $450,000 on the cap, they have exactly $0 in cap space.
yeah, but if Yamo's LTIR, they have $3 million of cap space.
Okay, but if Yamo's not hurt, you can't LTIR him.
Well, you know what's interesting?
Maybe you
Is
can.
where's Evander Kane?
Oh, he was walking into the Cactus Club last night.
Really?
That's fine because it's his ribs that are
Says
sore.
who?
Says me. I drove
you
past
saw
him.
him.
He was walking across the street. Nice brown suit with a white t-shirt.
I'm my source on that.
I am my source on that. My eyes are my source. I was driving down Jasper Ave, and he was definitely in a crosswalk, and he crossed in front of me
Cool.
and was going to Cactus. And I thought about getting in my truck, calling a bud,
Running him down.
because chances are there was going to be a little bit of an Oiler get together there, going down and
You got to celebrate that win.
saying hi.
Got to celebrate that W. That was a big
You
one.
got to.
That was a convincing W.
The Oilers are all over the road. Whipping on Montreal, losing to Clowns with 3-goal leads.
Yeah, should have played well enough to beat Boston, lose to Columbus, and then whoop Toronto. Makes me not so nervous against Winnipeg, who is sliding.
Yeah, I'm excited for this weekend. I just want to see, they really played as a team last night. It was really fun to watch that game.
And you know what?
And I hit a bet.
I said this.
Yeah, yours paid better than mine did.
3-1, baby.
I hit the same bet as you, by the way.
McDavid and Matthews both to get a power play point.
Oh
Courtesy.
no, I had Draisaitl and Matthews both to get a power play point. I got the juicier.
Oh, what'd you get it at?
4.
Oh, I got it at 3.
4.
There you go. 4-1. Say it.
4 to 1.
So that
There
would've
you
been
go.
plus
So
5.
for every $1 you bet, you got 4?
I think.
No, perfect.
Oh, so I think they're both plus 3.
I don't know.
Either way, shout out to our friends at Betway 19 plus. Please play responsibly.
That's why we're chawing in on the decimals.
I'm still working through it.
Oh,
So,
I'm very charming.
It's been a week and a bit. You said you'd give it a week.
My boy Cliff has already made a donation
Oh,
on behalf of my learning the decimals, so I told him I would continue on.
Good man.
But the math, I'm struggling. It's you know what it is? I was talking about this on Better Late Than Never yesterday. It's because I learned to bet with the American odds. when I see them, it kind of gives me a visual cue of what the bet is going to look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
learning a new
like
language.
going from miles
But I've
to
never,
kilometers.
so I've never seen something where I also had that visual cue, but the other way was so quickly and easily learnt and took over.
It's kilometers to miles
Yeah.
or Celsius to Fahrenheit. That's what it is. Like, let's talk about kilometers to miles. There is 1,000 meters
I don't.
in a kilometer.
Yep.
And we all know how long a meter is. It's 100 centimeters. We know all this.
How many millimeters?
How many somethings are in a mile? What's in a mile?
12 liters.
Well, there you go.
Just
Fluid
arbitrary.
or
Cubic.
The Americans are weird like that. Eh?
and the Brits subscribe to miles, and we follow metric because of the Brits.
There's only 2 countries in the world that are officially on imperial.
I was
Burkina
at
Faso and the States.
I was at my son's student-led conference yesterday, and they have to show us their projects. And one of the projects was these cars they had to make, and whoever's car went the furthest won the challenge. His car went 12.9 meters, and I should have known how far that was right off my head.
That's 12.9% of a kilometer.
Did not
Or
have
1.29%.
any idea how many feet and inches that is.
the government take
I
your
had to
kids
figure
away?
it out. It's like
That's far.
centimeters, millimeters, and
That's
meters.
like 40 feet almost.
Yes, it is like 39. Yeah, something.
I know, it's like we're so mixed. Like
I know,
like,
it's
when
so
like,
weird.
when you go talk to the Aussies and like, yeah, I'm 178 centimeters.
Yeah,
I'm like,
wow.
what?
What?
Are you 12 feet tall?
Yeah.
Like, I can't. I've
Do they do
lost.
weight in stones too? Aussies?
Well, that's a whole other angle.
That's English.
Well,
I
Stone
know.
is so strange.
It'll divide by 16. That's the math. But it only makes sense if you're 10 stone, because then the math's simple. But yeah, I like feet and inches. Like I understand that. Like a golf putt, like, oh, it's a 3.5 meter putt. I'll be like, okay,
What?
tap
Yeah.
in.
The city golf courses, how
me-
they have the yardages in meters. I was always like,
No.
what the fuck am I looking at here? They do. They have both. They have meters and then they have yards underneath.
Well, I caddied for an Aussie when the Klondike Classic used to be at, which is a CPGA event at the ranch, and he had to convert every time.
Speaking of which, and just my mind goes in so many different directions. But last year we did a disc golf challenge where we played.
Oh, we were embarrassing.
We were embarrassing. This year, can we do pickleball?
would
I
love to
love
play
pickleball.
Can the 4 of us go play pickleball?
Yeah, sure.
In our summer off season, in the nation
love
off season, we'll do some pickleball content.
I've always wanted to play pickleball.
It is
It
so
looks
much fun.
so much fun.
Yeah. There
I
is
wanna
more
play.
and more spots around this city opening up to go and play pickleball.
Pickleball is like the fastest growing sport
Yeah.
on the earth.
Yeah.
Pickleball will be our new.
Was it like
whatever
2
the
years
frisbee
ago
thing.
we said we were going to buy stock in pickle? Like if you were thinking of growing something, not like buying, like it's a metaphor. Buying stock in it means you're like, if it's going to become popular because disc golf was having a moment. And we said pickleball was next. Not like we could have benefited from that, but it's like
it's so
growing
fun.
so fast. Everywhere I drive now, I see like a volleyball and pickleball court.
And it was an old person
Everywhere
sport. Now
you
the
go.
kids.
Everywhere.
You live in volleyball land. That makes a lot of sense.
Not everywhere. I just saw one today. And then I know of like 3 other that friends of mine go to. Friends of ours.
It is so fun.
What movie is that?
Friends of ours.
If I say
Goodfellas.
friend of ours,
It's a friend
yeah.
of ours.
Okay.
Yeah, Goodfellas.
Yes. I've never seen it.
What?
You've never seen Goodfellas?
Not Goodfellas. Sorry,
up.
I've never
Oh
seen
my God.
I've never seen Godfather.
I haven't had either. I got to do that.
I've never seen The Godfather either. Actually,
There's 3 of them, boys.
yeah, I've
I
never
heard the
seen
third
any
one's
of them.
unwatchable.
Yeah.
I watched them back to back to back after I got my wisdom teeth taken out, and the next morning remembered none of it. I'll never watch again. It was a day of gangsterism. What a day.
Mandalorian came out yesterday. Did anybody care?
Nope.
Not yet. Haven't started
What I
watching
care
it.
about is Frank Saravalli just tweeted that the Oilers are done.
Never say never, but his sense is the Oilers are done shopping.
Yeah. So
Oh my God.
If he puts
Trades
that
of
out
this
there, they're
magnitude,
probably
how could they
close to
keep
done.
going?
Yeah, I would have liked him
Just
on the forward.
for his okay. Hear me out.
Yep.
So
That means Yam
He's-
has to be in the top 6.
he's gonna do a live show with you tomorrow,
for 4 hours.
and he wants people to watch it.
Yeah.
Why would he tell you that nothing's gonna happen?
Never say never, though. But Justin Bieber.
Yeah, but why
Great
not?
film.
Why not just, I guess, say tomorrow's going to be exciting. Let's see if they make a big tease.
So with adding Bjugstad at $450K, the Oilers have exactly 0 cap space with 22 players on the roster per Puckpedia.
I mean, if they value having a 22-man roster down the stretch, I guess.
All
but
right, so
I would make another move.
All right, let's break this down. Okay, you ready? Mm-hmm. Toronto, going for it. They got
Just got
O'Reilly.
shit kicked.
Sure. Achari.
They're a little soft, though, didn't you think, last night?
Who else they get? The defenseman?
The Leafs? Yeah, McCabe
McCabe.
and Shen and
Shen.
Gustafson.
So
and
so they've gone and added multiple pieces to
Five.
address holes. Then we got the Boston Bruins, who are just running the table with the league.
I
They
wouldn't have
got
done that Bertuzzi
Orlov,
deal.
Hathaway, and Bertuzzi,
and signed Pasternak.
and signed Pasternak for how much?
11.25.
A season?
Yep.
Huge smoke for Pasternak.
It's like the sixth.
Then you got the
richest
Rangers,
Ooh.
who have
Yep.
done Tarasenko, Mikola, and Patty Kane. And we have done Mattias Ekholm, awesome, and Nick fucking Bjugstad.
Bow, bow.
You know, someone emailed Zach Lang with a complaint about one of the clips from our podcast saying, why are these guys just sitting on a couch saying the F word?
I don't think we swear that much, do we?
I swear, I gotta fix it.
Somebody count if we say like
so-
or the F word more. Because I think we say like.
Don't email Zach Lang, you little bitch. How's that sound? Email Bagwell.
And they were also mad because of one of our YouTube thumbnails that had lasers in the eyes of the Oilers owner, which I thought was funny. I think Waz does a really good job with that.
The last
Complaining
time
like
somebody
this.
brought you in a picture with somebody with laser on their eyes, you scolded them. I was sitting right here. You brought it in. They were like, can we use this thumbnail? And you're like, I'm done with the lasers. No more lasers.
That's not what I sound like.
That's pretty much, well,
I
because we're like,
probably-
I don't want lasers.
Can we rewind to the podcast? We talked about the Wikipedia page amending.
I'm done with that Wikipedia page.
Yeah,
it's
no-
so over.
Down with fun.
I just think it's really overdone and not all that.
How is it overdone? How often does it enter your life?
Because every time a player plays good, someone's like, look, I edited their Wikipedia to say, like,
So calling Leon Draisaitl the mayor of Nashville is not funny and awesome.
no, that's hilarious.
Oh,
but
okay.
changing his Wikipedia is like not that funny.
What would you do if you were you're the height of clever? What would you have done to make everybody laugh?
I don't know.
Yeah, oh, here we go.
I think there's just better.
You're gonna have a problem with something. You got to have
I
a
think there's
solution.
all too much laughing in sports today, says your MJ.
That's wrong with these kids. Overstimulated with laughter.
They just
my
enjoy.
TikTok
they
is just guys drinking piss and.
Oh, the
Or,
best.
or
Okay.
not drinking piss.
Or sorry, or
Are we
trying-
talking
he's
about the
back on
same
the-
guy from last time? Is he back on the piss
He's
now?
back on
Back on the piss.
So he only lasted 4 days.
4 days.
the whole jar.
He spilled a whole jar on himself today. He was animated as he was doing a video and he went, oh.
And it was probably
It
a
was
more.
the more good morning stuff.
It was the good morning. It was he also got slapped with a TikTok violation, so now he calls it a mineral drink.
How many people, let's be honest, the over-under, how many people have drank their own piss because of this nitwit? Hundreds of thousands.
yeah, that's
Hundreds
Hold on.
of thousands
Well,
of
I've been
people.
doing it this whole time just because I like the taste. I didn't know about the minerals.
I know if you're lost at sea, you're only
How
allowed to drink
in
your
the
piss
world
once. After
does-
that, it's too toxic.
Yeah, but
Somebody
I-
bring
but
that up to
that's
their
if
nose,
that's
smell
all you're
it, and not
drinking.
throw
Because you're
up.
doing
Yeah.
you're doing a water change though in between.
Yeah, you're filtering it down to the poison.
Oh, yeah. No, no.
Can you piss in a jug in a car on a road trip, Bagmo?
Easily.
I could, yeah, sure.
Who hasn't?
Well, I don't
I've
think
never
I have.
done it.
I don't think I've done it.
You should try it on your road trip to
let's do it on
Seattle.
a road.
Shout out to AMA Travel who really helped me book the thing.
That's why you won't go more than 6
it
hours
would need
on
to
a
be a
drive.
big jug because like I have thought about it before when I've
Here
had
we
like
go. Like, what do
the
you
girth
mean?
of the dick?
Yeah, it needs to be like.
It needs to be a wide mouth
Yeah,
mason.
paint the setting of
If I'm
which you
pissing
can
in
piss
this,
in a
It's a
jug.
15-gallon drum.
It needs to be
So
like
you
a
need to be in a
2-liter
bathtub.
milk
2 liter?
carton,
I
so I
can't
can
even get the
open
head
the
in.
whole top just to fit it in there.
It's got to
Like
be
a
a wide
galvan-
mouth, you know?
Galvanized steel bucket, you know.
He's a hot guy.
See, it's piss humor. That's all he cares about.
I'm literally in tears.
So if someone goes to Remchuk's Wikipedia page
Loves
and says,
piss.
loves
I don't
piss,
have one.
I'm going to think that's funny.
Needs extra large piss jug.
Yeah.
Hates
Yeah.
everything. Likes piss jug humor.
I know that he was.
Crying.
because that just came out so bad.
No, it was perfect. It actually came out perfect.
Oh fuck me. My point was
No.
No, let's see it through. Let's see it through.
I would hate to not have a container big enough and then you run out of space and have to force yourself to stop pissing.
You're thinking about stopping a fictitious piss 1 liter in for a trip that isn't for 6 months.
He's crying.
Just
Oh
make
my
sure.
I
God.
can't even sleep at
Whole
night.
fucking
So if
Tiny
you
tanks over here.
drink a liter of water, do you presume? Let's just say you like.
Oh,
does
I know
a
you're gonna talk
liter
about how
come
much-
out?
No, because your body
needs
absorbs
it.
some.
Right. you sweat.
So, what is he worried about? If you drink a whole 1 liter bottle of
Maybe I
water,
drank more than that, Chalmers.
He's more worried about. He normally doesn't buy in 1 liter quantities, and that's
maybe
concern.
test it in your bathtub. Maybe pre-test before you go.
Tyler, why are you pissing in all our measuring cups? I gotta know.
For
science.
I can't
That
make
is
a
an
mistake on the
interesting
road.
Experiment though. If you drank a liter of water,
How much comes out?
Oh, fucking the internet exists.
half.
If
I'm gonna say half.
drink
Maybe not even half.
of water.
Just
Maybe.
Google drinking my piss. Old
Like,
man.
sorry, if you did like a 1 shot 1 liter,
Yeah.
because like you process it pretty fast. Like, you know, if you're
But
like,
your body would take a lot of that out.
yeah,
Then why? Okay, so why is it?
but it can only absorb so much.
Because like, have you
so
eaten?
much.
Because then you're digesting food. That takes water. You know, there's a lot of variables.
Think
here.
about because when I drink like 2 Ryan Cokes, it feels
About
like
4 liters.
8 come out.
Yeah, well, but remember, booze is a diuretic.
That's a diuretic, so it's pulling water out of your body.
It's draining you.
All right, so
So yeah, 1 liter of booze might be a liter and a half of.
I think we've all learned a little bit today.
aquasauna.com, one of the most common.
Aqua sauna.
I don't even know what that means.
Just a picture of the old guy drinking pee
Yeah.
right there. Eh?
yeah.
I know you're talking about me.
Yeah, follow Tyler on his new podcast, The Water Works.
Yeah.
DM the piss guy and ask him.
Aqua sauna.
You know he's getting about 100 of those a minute.
The average person can process 33.8 ounces of fluid per hour, but only 20% of the water that you drink actually makes it through the entire process to the bladder.
So you absorb 80%.
According to this,
If
aquasauna.com.
If it's a 33 ounce serving, which fucking God knows
12,
what that is. 2
degrees
miles?
Celsius. Yeah, that's the
33 ounces of liquid?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess a pint is 20 ounces, so it's a pint.
Oh,
and a
yeah.
half there.
1
Yeah.
pint isn't 16. No, it's
Well, there's different pints. There's the Imperial pint,
Delish.
which we learned about. There's the 16 ounce pint, 16 ounce pint, and the 20 ounce pint.
Every morning, Winston Churchill had an imperial pint of champagne.
Yep.
Do you know what? I don't want Rogers to do anything more with the prices of their beers, but man, I'd pay a lot of money for those. They are so good.
For an imperial pint of champagne?
No, just how much I
like the beer?
I love the beer.
Just a beer at a hockey game, right?
I
You
had
just like
two. I had 2 Most Canadians last night.
Ugh.
Actually, I had 1 Coors Light, 1 Most Canadians,
Mix it in.
and they were delicious.
I'm with you,
There's
man.
something about, because like when we came back from the Jasper Pond hockey tournament, I had a bunch of Tyler's Molson Canadians just in my bag. So I put them in my fridge and then drank them. I don't want that.
No.
But at a hockey game,
Yes.
happy to do it.
It's
Yep.
so
You
fresh.
could
at a
have
hockey
given me
game.
back
The
my
kegs only
Molsons,
been
I would
open
have
for like
enjoyed them.
12 seconds.
You
So
can have
cold,
20% of them back,
Yeah.
according to what we just learned.
It was packed. The atmosphere in there last night was like a weekend game.
Yeah, it's because of the Leafs.
I know. It's just so fun. What other team is like? Well, I was talking to somebody. Montreal.
Boston. Yeah. But Leafs would go the
Rangers? No.
most like that, and then it would be Montreal, and then it would probably be
Where do you think the
Boston.
Flames fit into that?
They can't even fill their barn.
No. Because there's a lot of Flames fans that are
Oh,
here.
I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
you know what I mean.
But like when
Canucks.
the Oilers are down there, like when we went down in October, that was half Oilers fans in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we went to Vegas, it was.
And
half
when we
Oilers
went to
fans.
Vegas, it was
when we
half
go to
Oilers
Toronto next weekend, probably not so many.
I'm excited to see the vibe at, where do they play again? What's the name of the arena? Scotiabank?
Yeah.
The Leafs.
Yeah, yeah. Scotiabank.
Because when Adam
The wide mouth
Seaborn,
piss jug corp
yep,
arena.
I'd go there. When Adam Seaborn, our sales guy from Toronto, was here at Edmonton, he said the vibe on a Wednesday night game against the Blue Jackets was better than a weekend.
That's
in Toronto.
shocking because our vibes are brutal.
Yeah,
No, but they're not.
They are.
They're stepping up.
Our vibes are not
It was
brutal.
good against Boston.
Not at all.
It was like
Well,
I
against
know
the
weekday game?
but
Oh,
It's
weekday
the West
game
Side
for the most-
Story.
yeah.
The way, like if it's the Leafs, you get the West Side
I
Story
haven't
because
been
they're
to
going to make noise
as
a
many
week.
games as I like to go to a year, but that Tampa Bay Lightning game too, that was just, it was probably one of the best Oilers home games
Unreal.
of the year. Actually, it was. That was a weekday game. I think it was a Thursday, and it was awesome in there. Like so awesome.
If you go to like when we're in Nashville, like we're having a good time because we're Oilers fans watching our team on the road. The atmosphere in Nashville was like fine, and that's one of the barns that you hear is like, oh, it's a great spot to watch a hockey game. But like, I thought it was comparable to Edmonton. I think the Rogers Place vibes are very good. Like, yeah, there's some regular season games that are quiet, but that's because there's 41 of them.
Remember when Larvinen came here and said it was relaxing to go to the game? That was the
Called
biggest
spa.
diss. He's like in
I
8
know.
seats simultaneously sitting there. Oh, I love it. It's so relaxing.
Well, did you ever ask them how they get this stuff going? Like
Alcohol,
somebody
son.
one day had to say, let's all sing Green Day, this song. Like, I think they're trying to do that because they played a Blink-182 song last night and they put the words on
Yeah,
the screen,
they want you
and
to do it.
the banners everywhere said
song?
arena
Is it all the
karaoke.
small things?
Yeah.
Say it ain't so.
No, the one that's
don't they do that in
something
Colorado?
That's
over
Colorado's thing,
and
so.
always that one.
Terrible.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
like,
do like-
you got to get people involved.
but nobody was singing.
Oh, there's a couple songs that they've done. Sweet Caroline that'll sing on after.
There was one they did in the playoffs last year that everyone got really into.
Yeah.
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer.
Yeah.
See, that's a straight sing along banger.
Something good, you're answering like drip too hard. We should all be rapping along
Jimmy
to that.
Cooks. I want the
Yeah,
whole
Jimmy
arena singing
Cooks.
Jimmy Cooks.
Every time they score, Jimmy Cooks.
Sicko mode.
I want a 7-minute song from Drake's new synth album to be the song whenever they score.
They have also, and they've started it this year because I don't remember it in the past. When they put someone on the screen and that person starts slamming their beer, they leave the camera on them now. In the past, they used to just kind of like, don't. But now, if someone starts slamming a beer, it gets the arena going, and they figured that out.
45 years it took us to figure out that people like watching people drink.
God, I could go for a beer.
Do you know you could go for a beer right now?
Tomorrow.
Give
It's
them a
Thursday.
piss warm
Yeah,
non-alcoholic.
interest you
No,
in it.
you save those for tomorrow.
Yeah, those are set design.
They are a sponsor for the show.
Do you know what song we should do a sing along to? This
Okay,
one.
You're about to tell me.
Yeah, it's a great jam. This is one of my karaoke jams, Thomas.
It's a good song. Okay, we got to stop or else we're going to get
You have
flagged.
to pay for this shit.
YouTube's going to, it's
That's
on.
12.
No, I
$12.
like my girls a little bit older.
I said you sound like them, so that's going to hurt us in the copyright too.
Oh, that counts?
You're singing too good.
I just want to use your love tonight. Yeah.
You want to play with the
How much did that just cost us?
A lot.
Yep.
Our dignity
That's the very least.
and South Island
Oh.
Pies canceled.
Hey, shout out to our friends at South Island Pies.
Hell yeah. I should have tweeted it because I had a pie for dinner last night, but it wasn't a donair pie, so that's why I didn't say it was for good luck. I had the butter chicken pie.
If you want
What'd you think?
Yeah, it was good.
It was delightful.
Yeah, it was good. But they asked if we can do a collab with them with Oodle Noodle butter chicken. So
Yeah, it's like a butter chicken pie.
I feel like it would be better.
It'll be great.
Just because
SouthIslandPie.ca is where you can go, and there's a cool little order now button, and that takes you
I
to...
would love to watch them injecting the butter chicken goo into the pies. I'd love to
you
see
can shoot
at
a video.
commercial scale what that looks like. Is it like a field of open cups and they just go over top and like paint it?
it's
Woo! You got to cook the outside flakiness first, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Do you air fry yours, BM, or do you cook them in the oven?
Oven.
40 minutes, 375.
I do mine sous vide in boiling hot water.
Question about the air fryer. We got one. It cooks things awesome
Why are you saying that tone? then?
because there's a button. I dislike the fact that I can't see what's going on in there.
Well, then just pop it open and have a
Yeah.
look.
So you stare
But
in
I
your
can't
oven?
move then.
Do
I
you
gotta
stare in your oven?
No, but at least when I'm like walking past, I can look
what
in
the
and
hell?
I've got a sense at what this thing does. This air fryer at like 200 degrees isn't even heated up yet, and the shit is
It's not like
bubbling.
It's not like you have to blindly cook the whole meal. You just throw it in there, put it on for 10
Oh
minutes,
my
and walk
God.
away.
10
more
minutes?
5 minutes? I don't know.
I literally have not cooked or reheated one thing that took over 1 minute.
No.
One of my most
Hash
enjoyable-
browns, you need like 12.
One of my most enjoyable
cook a
things that
piece
I
of
do
salmon,
every day
20 minutes.
is I cook my air fryer breakfast, eggs, bacon, toast. That goes in for 360 for 9 minutes at 360, and then I play with my dog. And we have a little battle, and then Frank gets some bacon.
My thing says like 200 and then shows a 20-minute clock. By about 1850, if I don't pull whatever's in there out, it's going to be a hockey puck.
What are you putting in there?
Yeah, what do you...
Like reheating stuff, like a piece of pizza, or like I did
Yeah,
like
like a
boneless
piece of
wings the
pizza.
other day to crisp them up.
When you're reheating
Make
something, you don't need it
legit
in there
wings
long.
in there.
Yeah.
It makes them crispy. It's good.
John,
Yeah.
have you ever seen an ad for a
Wings are
microwave
legit.
on TV?
It's very yes,
You have?
I think yes,
Have you ever have you ever in your life?
probably yes,
You have? You can
yes.
think of them.
No, I'm just saying yes.
The meme I saw was like, how come I've never seen an ad for a microwave in my life? And I'm like, that's so stupid. I can't get it out of my head. I've never in my life seen an ad
Oh,
for a
for
microwave.
sure. I can
What
remember.
brand though?
Like I can picture like an old 80s one in a magazine.
Oh, okay. But like, okay, modern day on TV. Have
But
you ever
like,
seen an
yeah,
ad?
hey Sally, buy your microwave. Like I think we're past that. But like,
It's a
I
very
bet you,
competitive industry. I see tampon ads every 15 minutes. I see adult diaper ads during every major sporting event. But the microwave industry has managed to cock block advertising and not need it.
I don't want to. I almost didn't want to bring this up because I know they're maybe a competitor of an ad partner. But that kayak ad that runs during Oilers games now is the funniest commercial I've seen in a decade. Where they're going to have like dinner with. He's going to meet his mother-in-law for the first time, or like his girlfriend's mom. She's like, "Hey, like my mom's a kayak denier, so please don't bring it up." And they sit down, and the mom goes, "Kayak, huh? Maybe you should do your own research. There's no way they can offer prices like that. Like, look into it. Wake up." Like, calls
Open your eyes.
Open your eyes.
So
It's
that's
so funny.
what you find funny.
Oh, it's so good.
And
If she'd ended drinking her own pee, your MJ would have bought on the spot.
But I bet you could air fry a meat pie.
Yeah, you could. I was
just
thinking
don't-
about it the other day. I didn't want to
Maybe
risk it.
20
though.
minutes, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe you head to southislandpie.ca, order a case of 7, and you just have one that's an experimental.
I'm telling you,
I-
the Don't Air one is good, but get the traditional, like the legit traditional meat pie.
Because one of my garbage foods that I eat all the time, that just because I like them from when I was kids, are pizza pops, and in the air fryer, they're fantastic. So the pies are going to be fantastic. I'm just scared of fucking it up.
Here's how I cook a meat pie, Remchuk. You know the top deck of a toilet, the back bowl? I'll pour 4 or 5 kettles of scalding hot water in there and then just throw in a meat pie and let it cook.
Sous vide.
You leave it in the bag.
You leave it in the bag. You
Yeah,
let it
sous
cook.
vide.
Jimmy
Yeah,
cooks.
it's like a poaching.
And the plastic on the outside starts to melt a little bit, and that's when you eat it. You know when it's good. Oh, it's good.
It's like a sauce.
Top deck in a toilet.
I was trying to remember how much plastic did you say we eat on a
Credit
daily
card a
basis?
week?
No, credit card a month, I thought it
Was
was.
it a month? Oh, was it a month? Yeah.
Either way, that's a lot of. It's
too
a
much.
lot
Well,
of plastic.
there
It's
is
mostly
a certain
bottles.
sandwich chain that used to have yoga mats. Well, what goes in yoga mats.
Did you
in their
not
bread.
name them because you think you might monetize them one day?
Maybe.
No, because maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, no, it's Subway.
No, I remember that.
It's a preservative in yoga mats.
You know what sandwich shop doesn't put yoga mat in their food? Arby's. Straight whole ingredients,
I am
probably.
due for an Arby's visit.
I'm due for an Arby's run too. Like, they're disappearing on me. I need to do more.
And Taco Bells are disappearing.
Yeah.
The one in the
Try and
West
find
End,
one.
the Taco Bell KFC, the Taco Bell's moved out
Really?
West-
They got evicted.
in Meadowlark.
Oh, yeah.
That was a bad location, though, of both restaurants.
Oh, that KFC crushes.
Sure, but having eaten in there, it was never, you know.
I got to sneeze. What do I do, Tyler?
Whoa, that was like a... That was a lot came out.
I had to evacuate.
Oh, I shouldn't have watched that as closely as I did.
I'm surprised you didn't get humor from it, you sicko.
Tyler loves bodily fluids.
Yeah. Should I drink those and then you'll laugh?
That's really gross, but it's kind of funny.
Do you guys know who Bert Kreischer is?
Yeah, I'm going to him on Friday night.
I tried to get tickets and they were all sold out. Now apparently there's tickets available and we have prior engagements.
So you're going to miss the
You're going
other
to the
game
Briar?
for whoever this cat is?
No, it started.
Bert
the show-
Kreischer is the machine. He is a comedian who is on the rise right now. He is absolutely
On the rise?
well. He's one of the top.
Extremely
He's
established.
no. But
Yeah,
he's,
he's a
no,
big
but
fan.
like it's
His
been about a year.
podcast, his podcast is monstrous.
Two Bears in a
funny.
Cave.
Two Bears, One
It just
Cave.
started like a year ago.
More than
They're
that.
so
not true.
funny.
They're so funny. I listen to them.
But yeah, I got tickets for the 10 o'clock show on Friday.
It's very very
Where's
good.
Where
it
is
playing?
it?
Jubilee.
Jubilations?
So do you guys
Not
his
Jubilations.
machine story is the one about him where he goes with his school from United States,
Goes to Russia.
goes to Russia, and on the train he becomes involved with the Russian mafia, and it's a very look it up. It's hard.
It's a 10-minute
like-
bit.
They,
and
like,
you're gonna
joined
be,
the school
you're gonna be
trip.
howling.
But he went to FSU for 8 years and is
He was the inspiration
Wilder?
for Van Wilder.
Van Wilder.
Was
That's
the
right.
inspiration
Yes,
for Van
he was the
Wilder.
inspiration for Van Wilder.
He licensed his life story, and they made Van Wilder out of it.
Yeah, and he won
yeah,
in
it
the
started
magazine.
with like you can read it still. It's like a 10-page spread in Rolling Stone about like the wildest partier
This
in
is
the
the
US or
craziest
whatever.
student in America or something.
yeah,
Yeah, something like that.
yeah. Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, so I'm
that
going on
down.
Friday night.
He's the
So,
one that
To
does-
answer your question, I don't miss the Oilers game because the show starts at 10.
Amazing.
He does two
Well
shows
done.
that
Well
day.
negotiated.
It's good to go to the late one. I can't
It's
imagine.
way more fun going
He
to the
takes
late
his
one.
shirt
It's
off.
looser.
He chugs beers like he's a party.
Yeah.
He's a
Still
party.
the
He's,
8-year college guy.
he's one of the guys. Yeah, but he's one of the guys. I think that if you like, it's the old golf round, right? 3 guys to play with. He might be one of the guys I'd want to drink. Not play golf
Interesting.
with. To go out on a town with one.
Yeah,
night.
I'm really excited about going to see him.
Out of town with.
on the town.
Because do you know
Of
that
the town.
after he wraps up a stand-up show, he comes out and does the machine story?
Yeah.
An encore.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see him do it.
Every
in
time?
person. Yep.
He said he didn't tell the story. He didn't want to do a story like that for a bit. But he, like when Joe Rogan was on the rise, he would always be on Joe Rogan's show.
Yeah, he did it on Rogan's show.
And so he did it on Rogan's show, and Rogan basically said to him, if you don't do this bit every day for the rest of your life. You are an idiot. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. And it was like not for another 3 months until he did it on stage once, and it just killed.
So funny.
And then he started doing it, and ever since he started doing it, like, there's a movie now coming out called The Machine.
Doing 2 shows in
starring
Edmonton?
him, Bert Kreischer. It's called The Machine, yeah.
Probably going to be terrible.
I
But
don't
Probably.
really like comedians that laugh at their own jokes. That's sort of one of my thing. Like, I don't like comedians that laugh. You rarely see Dave Chappelle laugh. The good ones. Bert Kreischer is the only comedian that him laughing makes me laugh.
Yeah, because he's got a very distinct laugh.
He just seems like such a lovable
Yes.
dude, so that when he's laughing, you're enjoying it.
Yes.
And he laughs extremely hard at next to nothing. And that's funny to me.
I tweeted a clip of him and Tom Segura last night after the Nuge fight, laughing hysterically because on Two Bears, One Cave, it was like 9 a.m. as they were recording, and Bert walked in there with 4 liters of Kool-Aid.
Oh, that was so funny.
And he's like, is it actually Kool-Aid? He's like, yeah, red.
Yeah, so
what
he
else would it be?
tastes it, and
And
he
the guy's like, hey,
howling.
wait, you're drinking 4 liters of Kool-Aid? And he didn't believe him, so he takes this, and then they just start laughing.
That'd be like 500 grams of sugar.
yeah, oh yeah.
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 yeah, when he takes the sip and they're just pissing.
They're just
themselves
yeah.
off.
I tweeted that clip literally last night. I love
Maybe
it.
he'll do the
Were you
Kool-Aid
upset
joke,
they weren't
Chalmers.
drinking that piss?
Nah. That was more of an impromptu.
Oh?
So I don't know why you brought up Bert Kreischer, but yes, I'm going on Friday.
Well, because I just realized that he's here.
I bought those tickets months and months ago. I completely forgot about it until I got the Ticketmaster notification. Then I was like, wait a minute. Fuck, that's trade deadline day. Oh, and there's no Oilers game, but it kind of
He's the type of guy that after his show on Friday, he will say, I'm going to this bar.
Yep.
Meet me there.
Yep.
When he does that,
Do it.
text me. Tell me
Okay.
what bar it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to go there.
All right. I won't be there.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll tell you where to go though.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Why would you not go?
I'll go drink at home.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, because here's my thought. I go to the bar Bert Kreischer is at. I go up to him and say, man, I really enjoyed your show. He says, thank you. And then what?
What, you don't have that feeling? Like maybe he'll be like, you are the one I've been waiting for.
Yep.
We are going to have a night. And then next
That's
thing you
what
know,
Chalmers thinks about
you're in a
every
private
celebrity he
jet.
sees.
Yeah.
No.
No, you gotta. If you're gonna talk to Bert Kreischer, you have to have your point worked out in advance.
Next thing you know, we're opening for him on the road.
Because you went
Oh,
up
you're
to him and
telling
said,
stories?
hey.
Yep. Because I said Bert. Because I said something that nobody else said, but I'm figuring out
You're
what
gonna
that
be
is
like
yet.
Bert. You know we have the 3rd largest mall in the world, and the one in Dubai. No one.
I was like, I don't
really
even think the
measures
machine story is
properly.
that funny. I'll look at him and say, just kidding. All right. I just want
Chalmers,
to go
if
to
you
it.
met Bert Kreischer, you'd be talking about yourself within minutes, and that's
Yes.
why you're memorable.
Yeah, you'd be like, hey,
About
so
how you're a comedian.
Yeah.
And how you went to
People
school
think I'm
for
pretty
years.
funny, you know, Bert.
I have a truck getting stolen story. You want to hear it?
That is
that's actually
that
good.
is your machine story. You should tell that every
If you
day
could
to
make it like funny, that is
that's
like
good.
a machine
That's
story.
It is
good.
funny.
My favorite recent thing that you said, Chalmers, was when we were in Jasper, and in the morning after we had that big house party in our cabin, you go, oh, my head hurts. Was I doing handstands last night? Or headstands? I was like, yeah, all fucking night.
Yeah. Never remember doing them, but I always know when I did them. Because the top, and I got to learn to take my hat off first.
Oh, the button.
The button just gets right in there.
Oh, dude.
I don't know why everybody's so amazed that I can do one. Do I look that?
No, we're
unathletic
not. We just want you to do
Well,
them.
it's fun, though, because you do the leg things. You got kicks going on.
Yeah, to the music.
There's a whole lot going on.
To the music. It's like dancing upside down.
Now you got to progress to handstands.
Shoulders can't do that. My shoulders are too torn up for that.
LTI arm.
Yeah.
LTIR Kane.
Yamo.
Yamo.
Do you want to hear something else I'm
Nick
talking about?
Bjugstad.
yeah.
I'm still
The
still
analytics
reeling.
community, Jay, is quite impressed with this.
So
team.
I normally don't see eye to eye.
Here's
with
the
them.
Twitter reaction. Old school hockey people are going 6'6". Hell yeah. Centerman. Rashog was like, he wins 49% of his faceoffs. I'm like, that's not that great. That's like the definition of average.
Yeah, very mediocre.
So the old school hockey guys like 6'6". Hell yeah. The analytics people are like, look at these numbers. They're great. Now the prospects community is chiming in, being like, ooh, we gave up Kesselring. Not good. Wouldn't have done it. So there's a little bit of a split. Then there's people who watch Nick Bjugstad play and are like, he's 6'6" and he's thrown like 3 checks in his entire career. So
Cool.
probably not great.
See, this
It's
is
gonna
why
get
I
offset by the checks that Mattias Ekholm throws.
Can
He's
he
gritty.
kill penalties?
Yeah.
we don't need him to kill penalties.
Well,
We got
that-
McDavid. I don't even want to say what I think about this penalty killing for McDavid. I love it, but hate it. So I guess you could say I'm
You love it, but you're nervous about it.
I'm just
nervous
nervous
for what?
about about a slap shot.
But I think he's
I'm just
he's
nervous
enough to
about
know
an
not to block
ankle.
a
He
shot.
ain't getting in front of no shots.
Wait, sometimes you don't have a choice. You never know.
Yeah, you do.
Oilers Nation prospect expert Bruce Kurlock, not a fan because of the Kesselring ad.
This is why I liked being oblivious, because this trade could come and go. I would never hear this guy's name, and in 5 years, he'd be some amazing defenseman on another team, and then somebody at a party would be like, "You know, we used to have him. We had him once." I'd be like, "We gave away that guy 5 years ago," and I'd be like shocked at that
Let me
moment,
just finish his headstand.
but then not care anymore.
Yeah,
But now I feel like I'm gonna watch this guy.
everyone's available, but I just didn't want Nick for Nick Bjugstad. It doesn't make sense, but
Cool.
I'm still reeling. At some point, I'm going to be a Nick Bjugstad fan, but I'm not there yet.
So what time does trade deadline show start tomorrow? Tyar?
10 o'clock Mountain, going for 4 hours. And there is, probably not going to be a lot going on. I
Boy, this is really hyping the show. No, I'm tuned in.
Better not miss that.
I think we'll get one, stunner. One that no one's talking about.
Someone who wasn't on the trade board.
JT Miller will get traded or something fucking crazy.
If the Canucks get out of that, I was talking to Quads about it yesterday. He thinks that there's a real chance Pittsburgh would try and get JT Miller.
But they just got Granlund.
Yeah, so that probably takes him out of it just because of the money at this point.
Dry Toast brother?
Dry Toast brother, yeah.
Elbow Toast.
Second round pick. I think we'll get one stunner, and there'll be 15 or 16 kind of nibbling around the edges moves. But you look at Frank's board, there's no one left. 4
Radish.
guys. I like Radish as an Oiler, but they're apparently done. But we'll see. You never know. Last year, Max Domi went for a 6th round pick right at the deadline. Maybe Ken Holland jumps in with that kind of a move, right? But the other thing too is the Oilers in their forward group right now, they got Draisaitl, McDavid, Hyman, Nuge, Yamo. If Kane is healthy, or when Kane gets healthy, and they run 11-7, I think they'll just run. They'll do the 5 forward thing in their top 6 for right now. And they'll just run Kane, Nuge, McDavid, Hyman, and Draisaitl and just mishmash them all the time.
Yeah.
And then their third line will be Fogle, McLeod, Yamo. Although Fogle, McLeod, and Costin looked freaking good the other day too. Their bottom 6.
Yeah, so who played the right side on that one? Fogle?
Yeah. So if you flip Fogle over, you go Fogle, Costin, McLeod.
Can we talk about that? The Bouchard non-goal last night? Garbage. Also the Fogle non-goal last night? Garbage.
Oh man.
Why was case? So in the arena, nobody could figure out why that wasn't a goal. Did they blow it down like it was covered?
Blow it down like it was covered.
That's kind of what we all figured, but
And it was just sitting
It was
there.
really, there was no explanation. We were all just like, okay, so they're
It was
just
a
going to.
rebound.
Yeah.
And they didn't show very good replays, but was that first Toronto goal not offside? Because
it was really close.
It was really close because
really
then there was no, it just kind of, then they just dropped the puck.
Cody Ceci thought it was offside, clearly.
Man, his controller disconnected at the worst possible time. I don't know what he was doing. Play
Well, he
to the
thought
whistle.
it was offside clear.
Yeah, but play to the whistle.
But then the guy's still trying to take the puck from you. So just
play to the whistle.
Something. But then also last night on Oilers Nation After Dark, people were blaming Darnell Nurse for that. I was like, no, man. That's Cody Ceci.
it was funny on Oilers Nation After Dark. I don't know if you tuned in or not, but Bagmel's got a new toy.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And we had a special guest appearance
A very special guest last
from
night.
the devil.
Yeah, Satan chimed in on the
himself.
post-game
It was
chat.
very funny.
Really? How's he doing?
Well,
You watched
he's
the
got
game?
takes. Yeah, he's got Oilers takes. So he's happy and thrilled to have an opportunity to share his thoughts.
Good. It's about time he got a platform.
That's what he said.
Good.
He's the originator of hot takes.
So stupid.
No, I
Point
didn't think that was
being-
funny at all.
Point being, well, I actually called Tyler and I gave him the Satan voice, and he did not find my shtick.
Oh,
at
really?
all.
Why am I shocked?
Can I hear him?
Glad
Can
I was
I
sitting
hear a
down.
clip from him?
I wish I could play it for you, but this current roadcaster does not have the double.
Yeah,
voice.
Okay, I'm
the
not reading your
basic
mail. I thought
roadie
maybe
here.
you just did like a voice.
No, it's a filter that goes on my voice that brings it down 10 octaves.
Oh.
It's fun.
That roadcaster is much better than this one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And I blame your M-Chuck.
I know.
Your M-Chuck took that personally,
Yeah.
as if it's an
Because
appendage.
I hate when people talk shit about this studio.
I love this studio.
It's not
Except for
the
this
The
camera angle, his
studio
couch.
is great, and we're continuing to refine it.
The
It's
heat.
just I have an
It's
upgraded
25
roadcaster.
degrees in here right now.
Your M-Chuck's very sad that I want to put wallpaper on the
No,
wall.
I actually really want that to get done sooner rather than later.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know how to do it.
We need a wallpaper. Chalmers, you have a wallpaper person?
I do know of some people that do wallpaper.
Okay,
Yeah.
can you line that up? We've got wallpaper we want to put on this wall.
Yeah. Yep.
We want to do the cool brick thing.
Yeah, faux brick.
Or real
Do you have
brick.
the wallpaper?
Yes,
No.
here.
What? We own it already?
Yeah, it's here.
Shut up. Seriously?
Guys, we
do
could
it today.
do the fucking wallpaper. It's not that hard.
Yeah, Charles, let's end this pod and let's do it.
I mean,
There you go.
There we go. I guess I want to see the wallpaper.
That's it. That's
Yeah,
all.
me too.
If
That's
you
it,
ever
that's-
want money, you ask for help.
Have some money.
I asked for money, which
No.
doesn't apply to this. But I told them about a problem, and now they're going to go do it. And I didn't ask them to do it.
No. So one way or another, you will have a faux brick wall behind you.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I really like that idea.
And then we'll think about the lighting.
You guys got to take the TV down and the shelf off the
Yeah,
wall.
we could do orange. Or I want to get that one higher up too, kind of like I have there.
Yeah.
So that those both shoot kind of like down at you. And then we could have like, orange fill lighting at the bottom.
Why don't you send a picture out? People probably never seen the studio.
Yeah, we put
Of course
pictures
they
all the time.
have.
No, but like see
we're
this
on
part.
video.
Not this part. Like this part.
Well, there's nothing.
Like the behind the scenes?
There's nothing to see here.
I would take a picture of it now, but Bag Milk and Wanye are both in the shot. So
Wait, oh,
all right. We gave our love to South
with the mediocre roadcaster back
Well,
here.
always love to sell that buy. I had another pie. Oilers victory. It just seems to work.
Ding, ding.
Celebratory pie.
Bag Milk and I tomorrow. Do you have extra pies?
Yes.
If not, I'll go buy some. After trade deadline, Danger Suede, Nation Sommelier, got us a bottle of wine to pair with
I'm
a
in.
pie.
I'm
So we're
in.
having a post deadline pie and wine.
Happy to do it.
Wine pie. Very
Pie
excited.
rich right now.
Very fun.
Stay tuned to Nation Socials. We'll live stream it.
So do we think Connor's going to get 2 goals tomorrow night
5
to
games
keep
in
the
a row.
streak and become the leader
Like,
in the?
what he's doing is so ridiculous.
How is he not getting 5 goals a night right now? Like he's playing on another. He's on another level right now.
I love the comment I got when I posted that picture. So right now, the 2 people that have 6 consecutive multi-goal games
The
is
one dude with the
Joe
best name
Malone
ever.
from 1923 and Punch Broadbent from 1924 or something like
I
that.
think it was 1921 when Broadbent did it.
Whatever. Long time ago when goalies. So this guy makes sure to tell me.
Getting a proud bend.
Did you know that at that time goalies couldn't even go down onto the ground? They had to stand the whole game. So my question is, Punch. The hell took you so long to get 2 goals, 5, 6 in a row? Goalies
but
can't
he
even
was
go down.
literally playing with a tree.
That was over 4 seasons in those days. That's 6 games in a row.
Yeah, because they would have had the polio break
Yeah.
and the Spanish flu.
You betcha.
And then World War I. That
Damn
season
right.
took a long time to play.
Damn right.
How do you think the ice was back then?
Awful.
Probably like a
not, right?
backyard rink.
Yeah.
Probably
Remember,
worse.
they couldn't pass forwards either.
Yeah, there was-
What? It was
yeah,
like
there
a
was a
lateral in
period where-
football?
Rugby?
You could only pass backwards in the NHL then.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
What year was the forward pass brought in?
I made a Nick Bjugstad meme just now. Probably his first.
Probably.
All right.
Nobody in Carolina. Where do you play? Arizona.
It wasn't.
Are you seriously going to do this wallpaper?
I'm not going to physically do it right now. I want to
oh.
see it.
Oh, you guys were talking as if you're doing it.
Well, I got to see it. It depends. There's different types of
It
walls.
wasn't
If it's
until-
one of the ones you soak in water and you literally put on the wall and then take like a plastic trowel, get all the air bubbles out, and then trim the corners.
What if it's just
Pretty easy.
That
a
sounds
big
really
sticker?
complicated.
If it like, well, no, something has to activate the glue. And it's usually water. And you usually like put
Maybe
it.
your Remchuk will pee on it
That's going to make this room smell.
and do his best not to drink it.
Or laugh.
It's a tempting treat.
1929-1930 was the year forward passes were finally allowed in the offensive zone.
Can you imagine the purists that were like, boo, only backwards.
So you can only pass it.
Yeah,
to
there
the
would have
front-
been.
Yeah.
This game sucks.
This game's
You can
got
only
betting
pass it to the
points.
front of the net from behind the goal line, basically.
No, if you backed up all the way to the end, they called the game. Like you're behind your net. You can't leave.
Just
The
too
game's over.
unfair.
No
We're
break
going to
up.
break for the flu. Montreal Wanderers have all died. Have you ever heard that story?
And here, this is from a Hockey News article of 10 rules that forever changed the game. Standardized periods in 1927.
What,
Although
they were
three,
just variable before?
although 3 20-minute periods had been around since 1910, stop time and intermissions were introduced in 1927. Making each contest considerably longer.
That's how they got out of the
started
Great Depression.
Clocks and went. Icing was brought in 1937.
That's when hot dogs became sponsors. So like, we need people to get hungry. Triple the length of a game.
Yeah.
In 1917, stand-up goalie was eliminated. So they were at that point allowed to go down.
Ah,
Well, World War I just
This
wrapped
guy.
up.
Can you imagine an NHL team from like 1921, one shift against an NHL team today in their old equipment and shit?
slow down, see?
They've got those
Come on.
long blades that are
Yeah,
on their...
exactly. My cigar's going out.
When do you guys stop for a cigarette? Damn it.
How are you supposed to breathe?
I got to catch my breath. Good times.
Good stuff.
That would
Nick
be great.
Bjugstad, boys.
Got a meme up on OilersNation.com Insta if you're in the market.
Nick
listeners.
Bjugstad can compete with Punch Broadbent. No way.
wish.
No way.
Yeah, in a no bend
Punch was a
down
big
league
boy
or
too.
whatever.
I think
Sure.
look him up.
For
And they say
his
he's
time, he
called
was 5'4".
Punch because he looked like a certain type of commercially available doll.
A Billiken.
Not called Punch.
A Billiken charm doll.
Yeah, what is this? How do you know this?
I just looked on Wikipedia.
Oh, and I looked it up, and I looked in Wikipedia.
It's a very scary looking
Someone on
doll.
Wikipedia said his
I was going to say, they
dad
said
is Ryan
it was the
Nugent-Hopkins.
mayor of Smashville. That made no sense.
It was a very popular charm doll at that time, and it even became
The
the,
Pokemon of
mascot
its day?
for some schools.
But
Like,
the
there was
doll
a
wasn't
team.
named Punch.
That's the thing.
No, but it made his face when he smiled because he had a round, pudgy face.
Still doesn't.
Like
Harvey Broadbent had a really fat face, so when he smiled, he looked like a Billiken doll. And maybe people punched these things. I don't know.
What about Punch Imlach?
Punch
Same thing.
Himlock? I don't know.
He killed a drifter once with one punch. That's why they called him Punch.
Toe Blake.
He had no toes.
Hey,
Don't
like
tell
that
Liam.
kicker in the NFL.
Deion Sanders?
Boobs McGee.
The kicker in the NFL who
Had no toes, just straight.
Well, Deion Sanders has no
Blunted
big
it?
toes, son.
Really?
And no second toe in his 1 foot. Yep.
Man, that sucks.
From Turf Toe.
Look up Tom Dempsey Foot.
No.
Here we go.
Dempsey foot.
No.
Not safe for work?
Well, my search results are going to
You know I'm
prevent
a
me
foot
from
guy.
being prime minister anyway. Oh my lord! Even his shoes are weird.
He
He
set
wears
the
like
record with a 63-yard field goal.
he looks like he wears.
that's what his
What's he
foot
doing?
looked like.
Swinging stump, squishing toe?
Oh,
Look at
wow.
this.
Oh, those toes are squished.
Oh, boy. He's like one of those old Japanese princesses. They bind
Oh,
their
that is
feet.
designed to
That
kick a
was-
football.
I remember having to read that book in high school.
I feel like this shoe is cheating. Thoughts?
That's what
brought
some
it
people
up.
said.
More
You
surface
just
area, like
told
a
me
hammer?
You read a book in high school. I go, oh, you went, "Bleh," like I said it. You said it.
I know.
Self-censor.
I just didn't think we needed
What
to
book?
get into it. It was about that. It was about
Tiki
like, the
Tiki
feet-
Tembo?
the feet binding
Tiki
thing.
Tiki
I always
Tambo.
remember it.
No saw Rambo.
Google.
Yeah, I don't
bound
remember the rest.
Japanese
And I don't think it's
princess.
proper
Tiki
anymore.
Tiki Tembo, No
you're gonna
Saw
see
Rambo,
I get-
Chara Bara Ruchi Pick Perry Pembo.
Oh, that's fucking.
Sounds about
Something like
right.
that?
Sounds about right.
That's
Tiki
the stuff.
Tiki
That's what was
Tembo,
hot back
No
in the
Saw
day.
Rambo.
What is that?
Chara Bara Bucci Pick Perry Pembo.
Where's that from?
It's like
I've heard you say it your whole life. I don't
Well,
know
remember when we were kids, it'd be like that. Like you'd see those like 1 or 30-second cartoons that would like be an interlude before another, like in long form. You would see that. It's supposed to be informative
Okay.
about Tiki Tiki Tembo.
Rather than learning a foreign language or math, we were taught this, eh?
And these are the things that stick on a young person's brain.
Right.
All right. Well, this was a good episode of the pod, I think, actually.
Wow, I'm glad we could entertain you. Because we talked about piss for half.
Yeah,
the
it's because of your piss show. You're at top of your game.
Piss measurements. That's a wrap on episode 457 of the pod, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Wait for your Remchuck's new pod, Taking the Piss.